guys. So, sorry for giving you all those horror vibes, but let's face it, we are now halfway through July, which means about halfway through Camp NaNoWriMo. And honestly, the halfway point is the hardest point of Camp NaNoWriMo, because it's the part where you realize, 1, that you are not as far along in your word count as you want it to be, that 2 probably means you'll be finishing by the time that NaNoWriMo starts in November. So, not doing so well. At least I'm not. But I want to encourage you that despite being in the trenches of NaNoWriMo, that we can finish strong, that we have to finish what we started. Now, it may not mean that we actually get to the word count or the goal that we wanted to, but it means that we are going to keep trying. How are you going to finish what you started, even if it means that you don't reach your original goal or you may be a little bit disappointed with where you're at with Camp NaNoWriMo? Well, I would say the first thing that you need to do is to just set aside the time to write, because I know for me, July honestly ends up being like the busiest month ever for vacations, for hanging out with friends. Like this past week, all of a sudden, everybody was able to hang out. You really have to put the writing into your schedule and make the time for it, which can be super hard when you're trying to enjoy your summer. But we're writers, and writing is fun too, so you gotta set aside the time for that. Another thing that is important with finishing what you started is to take the time to really invest in what you're writing. And what I mean by that is sometimes with NaNoWriMo, it's so easy to just get stuck because you're going and all of a sudden you're like, wow, I have no idea what I'm doing or where I'm going with this. And even for pantsers, sometimes we get stuck too when we're just going and going. All of a sudden we'll hit a block. And that's the time when you really need to take a chance to invest in your writing, take some time to sit down with your characters and say, okay, where are we going with this? And take some time to maybe plot out some future scenes or just get a little bit more of an outline going. Because I know with NaNoWriMo, it's not always, you don't always come in with much of a plot or much of an outline. Now, some people take the time to do that, but other people, we don't always get the chance to outline beforehand, so then we hit a block, and then we actually have to sit down and work through it. So if you're stuck at this halfway mark, no matter where you're at, it might be time to sit down and invest in your novel and work out some of those issues that you're having with the work. 'Cause I know right now I'm really stuck, and I need to get out of that rut of writing. And one more thing that you can do to get out of this halfway stage, this kind of the horror of being in the middle of the trenches of Camp NaNoWriMo, is just to reach out to those who you're writing with, your cabin mates if you're doing the cabins on Camp NaNoWriMo, or just your other writing friends, and be like, hey, I need to talk this through with you, I need some help with this, or I just need someone to do a word sprint with me and just get those words out there on the page, or just kind of get that inspiration, all those words flowing. So definitely reach out to those who can push you and keep you accountable along the way, because I think we're all kind of stuck in our own stories at this point. We're just trying to get through NaNoWriMo, but we have to remember that we're doing this with a community of writers. Bottom line is, remember to finish what you started, finish strong. I know it's super hard and you may just want to rip your story to pieces and throw it in the trash, or just call it quits for the month, but you've got to keep going. You can do it. I believe in you. Hey! Thanks for watching this video, guys. If you like this, subscribe and share with your friends.